Hello everybody and welcome back to Campsite Hustle. I've just stopped off at the fuel station to get some fuel on the way to work this morning. We've still got 45% in the truck, unbelievably. I haven't filled this up since the very first episode, so we've had a lot of fuel in this. It barely goes down. I assume that's, obviously we've not been making many trips, but because it's only ever this, it just lasts a very long time in the truck. So we've got plenty in there, so we don't need to worry about that. This is for the generator and the water. So we'll go and top those up now and then put the rest in the warehouse. Unfortunately, you can only carry one of these at a time still because they're a quick slot item rather than a, anything for like the building or anything like that. So you can still only carry one of these. But what I have noticed is the indicator has gone on these. These are different cans than they used to be. And I don't know why they've changed that. You see what I mean? There's no like indication on there to know how much fuel is in it. Whereas before, these used to have like a little yellow line on the back where you could see how much fuel was in it. I'm not really sure what's going on there, why they've changed that, because I thought the old ones worked pretty well actually, but we've now got these new ones, which I think are worse. So unless there was a problem with the other ones, I don't know. But I much preferred knowing how much fuel was in the can. But unless I'm going blind, I'm not entirely sure you can really see that anymore. There's a gap in the middle, but that's just like straight through to the floor there. That's not an indicator, I don't believe. I think that's just a new design. But I prefer the old design. The old design was much better because now you hover over these. I don't know if they're full or half full or anything. So, yeah, I preferred the old ones. But we'll keep them in here so they don't go missing. It'd be nice if you could build a little storage just for these. Or a tank you could fill maybe, so you could just refill a tank, like a huge tank. Instead of having loads of little jerry cans around the place. Right, well, they can all live down there. I don't think I need to buy anything just yet. I am going to keep my chainsaw with me in case we need to do some more clearance. I think what we'll start doing today is putting in the pathway and decorating our new bungalows. So these are the ones we put in the previous video. So we've got these more high-end bungalows now. Down the front here, they've got a nice view and beach access, and they can watch all the boats and everything as well. So these are quite high-end things. Hopefully that promotes people to come for a longer stay. They're supposed to, but whether that actually works that way, who knows? Right, let's begin. So, we come into the build mode. We'll put down some more footpaths to start with, and then probably have to clear the odd tree away as we go through. So I kind of want it to go down there like that, if we can. So we might have to take a couple of rocks away, or, well, we can go around the rocks, actually. We don't need it in a straight line, do we? We'll see what we can do. Right, so let's continue this pathway about there somewhere. Then we're going to have another one that comes down here and gets into it as well, and merges into it. So I was originally going to start this path about here somewhere. But since we've got the food here, it makes sense just to have it through here. Plus, that forces people, if they want to, I mean, not that they use the path anyway, but it forces them to walk past the food on the way up here as well. They might purchase something. All right, that tree, I believe, is completely in the way, really. I mean, I could go round it, but I kind of want to go through it. So we will take that one down, I think. I do want to keep some of them, because some of them you can't, unless trees grow in this game, and I don't think they do. Although you do see the odd little small one around. Maybe they do, but I don't think they do. But some of the larger ones, I can't access those to replace them. Some of the smaller ones I don't mind taking, because we can have a similar looking tree. But, yeah. I think I'd want to keep some of the taller ones. So I think we'll just cut that away. We'll take some of these rocks away. I can see the line through here already. I want to get rid of these ones. I'll get rid of this dead log as well. And then they're going to carry on down here, probably through this tree. So we'll cut this tree away, but I'm going to keep the rock, I think. And the path can go round the rock. We may end up getting rid of... We might end up getting rid of it anyway, because I'm going to have two more bungalows just here. So we may end up having to get rid of it. But I'd like to keep that one. We'll get rid of these. We'll get rid of this tree as well. We'll leave that tree. The pathway can go down there. That should be fine. Snake its way through there, hopefully. Could do with something... I don't know, a bit more private just here, couldn't we? It could do with... I mean, that's just on the building itself, really. There's not a lot I could do with that. That could be better if it wasn't a patio door. Because you can see, if you're walking down this footpath, if they've got their door open, you can see the people using the toilet. So it could do with some more privacy with these... the back of these bungalows. But I don't know what you would do, unless I could put trees around each one and give them like a little thing. But why? It's just kind of odd space. It'd be nice if I could have... So obviously they've got the front balcony. If you could replicate this on the back, and then I could put trees around it or something and make it like a little garden. So they've got their own private garden as well. But yeah, they don't really have that. So I don't know. I have to think about that. But for now, I'm putting in my footpath. So. Here a raccoon, but I think the security guy will sort that out. This is where I wish with this pathing, it was just a paint tool. I really do wish you could just drag this and paint. Maybe that'll come in. I think it would improve it somewhat. And having to do 1,000 clicks to try and do your footpath. Right, we'll start turning the corner a little bit. Hopefully that's enough room to get these in. I think it should be. With the bungalows, even if they have to, even if the pathway goes pretty close, I think it should be enough room. And then we'll take it all the way up to that fence. So this footpath will eventually... Oh, it's got a weed in it! How annoying. Yeah, this footpath eventually will go all the way up through here and then branch off into the camping areas further up. And then I'd like to eventually sort of bring it out by the petrol station. So the petrol station is there. So if we could have it exiting about here somewhere. So in theory, you could walk over there as well into town. All right, so that's not bad. Then we're going to link this one in. Like that. Then we're going to have another one going down here somewhere, but I've not placed all of these yet, so we'll do that afterwards. But that's pretty good. Quite like that. It does what I want it to do. We could branch off it as well, actually. The spa. So before you had to get to the spa that way, we could have another branch off here, because I'm pretty sure everybody from here would like to use that as well. So we could have another pathway through. Again, if you're new to this and you're thinking that this actually means anything, it doesn't. So this is purely decorative. And as a footpath in our imagination only. Because they do not use the pathways. They just take the shortest route to anywhere. but I quite like them because it makes a bit... it makes it look a bit more realistic. I think it's a good decoration to have, and I quite like the idea of them using it. Pretending, at least. Right, so my next idea for these was to go down the middle of each one to like an entrance. So I'm not going to bother with one around the front. So I thought about it. I was going to do the same thing around the front of these, but they've got like this little trail built in on the edge of the ground anyway. I can't draw over that anyway. They've kind of got that already, so they can kind of get close to them. So if we just give them access from our footpath to their properties, I think that's enough. Not done this one very straight, unfortunately. There is a dirt path, so you can kind of get away with it with the dirt path. Because not many dirt paths are straight anyway, because they are just dirt paths. Right, unfortunately, my guy is standing in the way, so I have to move out of the way. And it's also pretty much the end of the day. Look at this, it's already 5 p.m. Right, this stuff needs refilling. Well, some of it does, some of it doesn't. But I'll refill it all. There we go. So that should keep those filled. Let's just check this guy out. He's got nothing left. Probably been costing us quite a bit of money. The wood is fine. I did have a thought about this. I was chopping some more just before I started the video. I'm going to move this eventually. I think I'm going to move this. Because I'm going to move all of the tents. Like, even these ones are going to move. They're all going to be up this end. So this is going to be the beginning of that sort of style of camping. And this is going to be filled with it. So it makes more sense for the wood to be up here. Because I think they go and grab it and walk straight back to their tent every time with it. So having it over here is actually not a very good thing. So we'll move that and put it further up. And I may also... I might leave this here, but just have this for toilets, because there's no point having showers here. It's kind of weird, because the only people walking around up here will be the people who have just come in their cars, doing a bit of shopping, or walking through the site. So having a shower here would be kind of weird. So I'm probably just going to fill this with toilets. So we've got loads of toilet access, and then move some of the showers and add some more toilets and stuff like that, but further up here as well. I think that's more of a wise plan of action, because I don't think we need showers down here anymore once we've moved these. Right, it's an ongoing project. Right, let's carry on with this then. So we're going to be doing this in the dark. I could place some lights. That'll help. I mean, it never gets massively dark. You can still see what you're doing. I just prefer doing it in the light, because you get the full effect of what you're doing. Just easier, I find. If we just come along, I don't know how close I can get. About there is as close as I can get. Fortunately, so we can do that to each one. That's going to be as close as I can get with this one, so we'll just have to pretend that you get all the way on that one. I mean, they could share a path. They don't need a pathway each, do they? They could share a pathway. So we could come along the front as well. But part of me actually quite likes the idea of having your own path, because I could put something else in here, like a tree then, to separate them off. So we'll do that, I think. So if I get a tree, a grand oak, it's probably a bit large. If I was to put a grand oak about there, does that kill the view? Go and have a look. I don't want somebody sat on their balcony and all they can see is a tree. Let's have a look. Actually, that's not bad. That's not too bad, I don't think. Let's have a look. If you were sat just here... Yes, it does take away your view to the left a little bit, because there's now a tree in the way, but you've got a decent view to the right. I quite like that. I mean, you can't see over the rock very well anyway. So whilst it does take away some of the view, I think it's worthwhile having. So I might put one here as well, actually. Spin it around so you could maybe see around it slightly. Not too bad. We'll do the same just here. So this is why I like doing it in the daylight, because although you can see this, I don't think you get the full sort of visual of it until it's daytime. All right, so we need to clear this land and then put 2 more of these in. So if we clear this land now, then it'll be ready for tomorrow. All right, that is the land cleared. Hopefully, we can fit 2 more in here. It looks like we will be able to, but you never quite know. So let's grab hold of one and put it in. I think we are going to be able to here. So if I squeeze that one right up, it's not going to stay necessarily all that way. Just while we build it. Yeah, we can get 2 in. Nice. So we'll just put them there so they can be built, and then we'll move them afterwards. So we shall go... Might as well go and buy that stuff now. Get it delivered while I carry on with some decoration. So we need to move some campsites. So we'll do that while we wait for it to arrive. So I need 16 wooden planks. I need 6 lots of glass. I need 6 roof tiles, 2 leathers, 2 cloths, and 4 lots of stone. Nope, just 4. There we go. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I'll try the 2 minute. Actually, do you think... So I was conned in the... Let's try the 3 a second. What? Oh, come on, game. What? So I was conned in the last video, where I clicked 1,000 to get it here in, what is that, like a minute or whatever it is, and it would still take 2 minutes, so I was a bit conned there. So I thought, well, okay, so we'll try 2 minutes on the 500 or whatever it is. But I thought, oh no, we'll just see what the basic one is, which I'm pretty sure is 3 minutes. It takes 6. It takes double the time. Unless I misread that. 6 minutes. Oh well, so we won't build those, that's fine. We'll build those in the morning anyway. So hopefully that's not 6 minutes of real time, even if you sleep. Hopefully if you sleep, they just appear. But by the time we finish tinkering around here, 6 minutes will have passed anyway. So we've got a campsite here. I do want to use this land for camping because we might as well. It's just going to be dead land otherwise. So we will use this for camping. I think I'll have them... that way around, so then you camp towards the trees. Otherwise, you camp looking into people's windows in these bungalows. So we'll have it like that, but I'll get a couple more of these, if possible. This is the problem. Oh, squeezing it in to build it's the problem. Where can I build this? Or maybe I can build this over here. We'll build it here and then move it afterwards. So we've got one there. Looks like there'd be room for 3, so we'll have to do another one afterwards, but that's fine. We'll do the first 2 first. Right, okay. That can come up slightly. I think we'll have footpath going around the back of these. And then we'll bush them off. So if we get some bushes and stuff put in now, that'll save us a job. Need to do some lighting as well. I might do the lighting, actually, now, while it's dark. That is one of the few jobs that is better to do in the dark, because we can kind of see how it looks immediately. That should be enough to keep that a bit more private. We also need to put one down here if I can. Hope I've left enough room. There we go. And then we need another one on the end here as well. Otherwise, everybody that's walking through, which kind of going to be everybody that's going to other campsites, is just going to be able to look straight into your campsite as they pass. Something like that will do. 3 there anyway, so that's fine. That'll do for now. So yeah, we're going to have a footpath coming down here. Then you get into your site. So you will be entering it through the back. That's fine. So we'll put another line of bushes in just here. Like that. I need to put some trees, maybe some more trees along this footpath, just to keep things a bit more private from just these windows, because they're such large windows and they look straight into the property. Now you have a look upstairs here. Oh, look at this. We couldn't go upstairs. Aha. We couldn't go upstairs, could we? In the previous one. I couldn't fit. So, but I can get my way through the window in build mode. There's a lot of stuff up here to say you can't get up here, isn't there? I feel like you should be able to climb those stairs. So you've got a bed in here and a double bed here, I think. So it's a 2-bed. And you can sleep 3 people in here. Maybe you could sleep 4, because you could also maybe sleep downstairs as well. You pull the sofa, put the sofa together or something like that, because I think it's big enough if you put something on it. You might be able to pull that out, maybe. Doesn't quite look like it's one of those, but you never know. You might be able to sleep 4 people in here, or 5 at a push. Anyway, back to these. So the other one's going to go here. We'll wait to place that before we do any more decoration there. So we'll move on to lighting then. So we'll carry on with the same design we've already got going. And we'll put these, continue on down the path. Might also, with some trees, might also put some plants and stuff down here as well, just to brighten the place up a bit. Ooh, my delivery has arrived. Right, we can put another one just there, so you've got nice way in, and we'll replicate that just here. There we go. And we'll have to do the other ones later on. So that's giving that some light, which is quite nice. Don't really need any more lighting just here because we've got all these like street lights and stuff down here at the moment. So we might change this anyway with some of the lights, but We'll leave them as they are. Okay, we'll just get these built, and then we'll go and sleep and get some daylight, and then we can carry on with decoration, etc. in the morning. So we'll just hammer that one in. Do the same for the next one. I'll reposition them in the morning as well, rather than try and do that right now. That'll do. Right, let's go to bed. Unfortunately, I need to find a way out of here. So if I leave a gap, I was going to bring all the tents up in the next plot of land. If I leave a gap, maybe I can create a little road for myself. At the other end. At the moment, I have to reverse all the way down here. Although this will eventually, my cabin's going to go on the corner here. That probably will happen in the next video, I would say. In fact, almost definitely that will happen in the next video. So we'll get that next time. So I think I'll probably do a couple of days or so, just earning some money, letting it tick over. So we get the 60,000 to take the next expansion, and then I can move all those campsites over, and then I can have my own place, rather than driving over to Red's Motel every night. All right, how did we do? Wow, 514 profit. Not a lot of profit there. So one, obviously, bad thing about the time of day going a lot quicker is obviously my worker wage stays the same, but my income drops because I don't get as many customers in the day, because everybody's movement speed is exactly the same as it always was. So you don't earn as much per day, but your outgoings are still the same, because I still have to pay everybody per hour. So our earnings have taken a little bit of a dent, actually, by this new day format. But you still earn a reasonable amount of money. Park that just there. Okay, let's go into the build mode and move these things along while I can. So these ones are all done. That one's not in a bad place, actually. It just needs straightening up, similar to the other one. If we have it something like that. I mean, they could come forward a bit, actually. They could come forward, couldn't they? Just slightly, so they're not so close to that. Although then they're not going to be in line, are they? I think that might look weird. If they weren't in line, that might look a bit weird. How close does it come? I mean, it comes close to this one. It's not very nice for these people, but everybody else has got a bit of a gap. It's not too bad. Yeah, they're okay. We'll leave them like that. We'll have a bit of a gap at the front. That way I can put the footpath in and a tree. They're not bad. So we can do that. Let's get the campsite area done first. So I think I can fit 2 more of these in. So if we get him to go... I've already got, actually, I need an extra stone here, because I've got 1 stone there. So we don't need that much stuff, actually. So we've got all of that already. So I only need 2 planks. I only need 1 nail. And I need 3 stone. And I'm going to choose the 2-minute option, because the 1-minute one is just a rip-off, because it takes 2 minutes anyway. I'm not even going to try the 10-second one, because that's probably a rip-off too. And this 3-minute is 6 minutes. So we'll try this one, because I know this is... No? Okay. That's 4 minutes. What is going on with these? These are a rip-off. They really are. You're better off... I mean, I should have just gone down to the shop myself, really. We didn't need that much stuff. I should have just gone down to the shop, because you can't trust the timings there. The delivery estimate is not correct. Oh well. We'll have to wait for that to come then, and then we can put our campsite in. So, what else can we do whilst we're waiting? Well, I can see a little bit of footpath there that is not connected properly, so we shall take care of that first things first, and then I'm going to go and check the shop. I've not been in the shop, and I don't know how well things are selling in there. We'll put our footpaths between the bungalows as well, but I just had a thought. I have not been in here for a little while, and I'm curious to see what's going on. So we're running low on wine. Okay, we've still got some, but we're running low on it. We haven't got much here in the way of food. Plenty of these, because these sell really well, so I just absolutely filled it with them. Got pretty much an empty shelf there as well. You know what? We're getting low on a few items here. I'll put some more of these on. Still got something in. That there. Still got one in it. This has got action cams. They can just go down here. Sadly, there's one left in there. I think. Oh, no, there isn't. Empty. Thought there was one left. Is that it for boxes around here? I think it is. So we will put an order in as soon as he comes back. Some stuff there. And while we wait, we'll carry on then putting in some footpaths between our bungalows. There's not quite as much room between these ones. That shouldn't be a problem. Probably better, actually, because it means we've got more space for things. Right, then we'll do the same thing we did over there. So we'll just bring it along. We'll come out slightly further and then bring it along if it will allow me. As close as you're going to allow it, game. Oh, there you go. I wish you could just go right up to the steps. I know you probably could, a bit like when we were moving things at the end of the previous video, perhaps. Maybe you could. I don't know if these work the same way. Let's just give that a theory. Oh, you can. Look at that. So if you move them forward slightly, they all could get to the footpath. Okay. So if that's the case, we could just move them all forward a little bit. Or back a little bit, maybe. Back a little bit. Delivery has arrived. If I do that, and then bring it forward, that should actually meet that footpath. Like that, that's better. Have it a bit more like that then, so just move it back slightly. Problem is, it's going to start colliding with things. Oh, come on. Not going to be the easiest job in the world, I don't think, this. It's got some rocks behind it. That one's going to be a pain. I think this one... Got a little bit of room. I can move it back slightly. There we go. So we'll have to do this one by moving these rocks. So we'll do that. Something like that, maybe. That one's done. Move this one. I don't know if this one's going to move back far enough. Oh, just... We have got lights and things behind now, so... Wasn't sure that was going to work, but it did. I want to be slightly further over there. There we go. This one's going to be a bit of a problem, I think. I'm not sure if I'm going to get footpath down that side or not. I don't know if it's going to allow it because it's quite close to the fence. But we'll try anyway. That's what I thought might happen. It thinks now it's... Yeah, it thinks it's trying to go into the other bit of land. So this one might have to have a pending footpath. It could share this one, but I think we'll give it its own, but it can have a pending one. Oh, look at the weeds! I'm going to have to hire a gardener. Somebody needs to bring the weed killer. Oh, look at them. They look terrible. That's actually really disappointing that it does that. You paint something on, you don't want the grass to come through what you've painted on. Because this is the only way of putting in, like, footpaths and stuff. Actually, we might be able to sneak down here. So you could do this. I'm doing this with, like, pitted sand, as it's called. Oh, I can't quite, because that's a bit of a gate there that's fallen off that's in the way. Okay. Well, we know where it's going to be anyway. But yeah, I mean, you could be painting in anything. I mean, you've got, like, rocks and bricks and stuff like that. So you could put in a proper footpath here. And at some point, random bits of grass are going to grow through it. That kind of ruin it. Right, so our stuff has arrived, so we can build our campsites. Don't seem to have many people in the site today. One bike and only one camper. Where is everybody today? Kind of weird. On one of its go-slows again. And I'm not recording this video back to back with the other one. So it's not like before where I'd not restarted the game. But it feels like I may need to restart. I suppose it is a second day. Even if I'm not carrying on from before. So maybe we need to restart the game. Get some people back in the site. We'll build this one first. Build that one first. Reverse back, because we're going to have to build our other one here as well. So we'll grab hold of that. Take it over here. Now, is it going to allow me to place that there? This tree needs removing. And that rock needs removing as well. That's unfortunate. Just plonk it there for now. We can go and remove those things. I was hoping not to remove any of those. Never mind. I do like the fact that I have built all of this myself. Like, none of this was here. I do like that in this game, where absolutely everything you see in front of you is what we've done over the last however many videos it is. I'm hoping I can leave that one there. Find out. If that one goes there... Gonna be tight, that is. That's gonna be tight. Squeezing another one in just there. I mean, we don't have to. We could just leave that space. But I think I'd like to. But maybe if I just move the tree, it could go here. And there'd be a bigger gap there. Do that. So let's build another one. Right, I'll make my way over because I think I'm going to need to move that tree. Plenty of wooden things, haven't we? I'm just wondering why some of the campers aren't coming, but I'm guessing it is just that bug again. It needs to be sorted. Right, so it's... I think it's this tree that's going to need to move, isn't it? Yeah. Standing at the wrong one. We'll get rid of that. Hopefully, I can leave everything else as is. We can put some more trees in to cover it afterwards. So if I go and grab that... Yeah, that'll fit just nicely there. I just thought what I could have done... What I could have done is move one of these, couldn't I? I could have just moved these over there and built new in the future. That would have been better. Never mind. One thing I have just thought of, though, because building these is a bit of a pain, so I will build my own cabin here, but I'm going to leave this space just here for building. So we'll leave like a big enough gap all the way through here where I can build these campsites and a few other things as well, so that when I'm chucking stuff over here, I've got lots of room to build it. And we can just drag and drop afterwards. Because that's becoming a bit of a problem. Right, let's put in a bush. Not the greatest placement I've done that. Let's put that one right up there. Not bad. Right, squeezing a footpath down here does not seem likely, to be honest, with that rock there. So let's have a go anyway. Let's just see if it even... Yeah, see, it's not going to like that at all. But we could just have... We don't really need it here, do we? We can have it going through to here. But we don't necessarily need it there because they can hook into that pathway there. We can do something like that, and then instead of getting rid of that rock, because they can just enter theirs, like that, for example. And if we get some more of the bush and put it down there, just to block it off from the footpath. You've got your own little private way in. There we go. Right, so that's that one done. These ones are basically done, so I just need to fill in between, really. So I don't know what to do with all of those. So let's just have a little walk. Actually, just before we do that, let me just plonk some of these oak trees down, as we've done. And we'll have a little walk around what we've done today. I'll actually see where I'm placing this because there's too much shadow in the way. Something like that will probably do. Another one just there as well. And then I wonder if I can actually put some bushes and stuff down. Can we put some flowers and stuff down here as well? I think we can. Let's put some decoration down here as well. Something like that will do. So we'll do that in front of every single one. We need to put lights down here as well. They're going to be difficult here. I think we might have to leave the lights until I get a bit more room so I can shift that over, because we're not going to get lights. We'll get them down here and down there. But they're going to be too close to the cabins otherwise, I think. Go for some of these. So we've got to do this footpath as well, haven't we? We'll do that. We'll do it all next time, though, because we're getting on a little bit now. That's fine. We can do that all next time. Actually got some wild flowers growing just there as well. All right, let's go and have a look then and see what we have achieved today. So obviously we've done all the decoration down the sides generally. So you would walk down this footpath. So if this was your cabin, you'd walk down your footpath. Coming around here. I will move this back slightly and put that footpath in so it actually works. Then you come up to your footpath. Up your stairs. And there you go. Looks nice. So what I'm going to do, I think, is put another light just there because it's a bit dark just there. So I think it would look nice with another light. Put a little bit of garden as well. I think I'll do that for all of them as well. Just a little light underneath the tree. It'll look quite nice. They'll all have this little bit of garden. Unfortunately, my footpath has been grassed over in places, but I don't know. We might be able to fix it, but if not, we'll just have to leave it as is. So we'll put the rest of the lights in next time, as well as the rest of the bits of garden. And these will be complete then. So that'll be good. And then we have also put in these campsites. So down this footpath here. You've got a campsite there, and then with access from the other side, I've got a campsite here as well. So they just need some lights putting in as well. So we'll put some lights around these bits of footpath that we've just put in. Like I say, maybe I'll put some trees in between here just to stop you looking straight into the campsites. Just some small trees between these rocks will do. They're not bad. Nothing I can really do about that, so just shut your curtains is basically all we can say there. And then we will continue. So I'm hoping I'm going to do a few days. Hopefully I'll start earning again. We'll get some more people in the campsite. I'll do a few days. We'll take this one for $60,000. Quite expensive, but we'll take that. And then we can carry on down here. We're going to get some more campsites in and things like that. But I'm quite liking the look of this place. Quite nice. I like all these footpaths. All the lighting along them. Quite like those. Right, how are we doing? Good stock over there. Everybody's still working hard, despite it being a bit of a slow day customer-wise. Yeah, so we'll get some more stock for in here as well. But obviously I'll do that in the days between the videos anyway. We can probably add some more. All right, let's head to the motel then and save, and then we'll call it a day for this one. And there'll be plenty more building to do next time. All right, let's see how we did. I don't think we did very well today because we've had very little in the way of campers, I believe. We had seven people to the campsite. 48 customers. We still made $92, despite the fact we only had 7 people come to our campsite. And apparently no showers was rough, even though we've got plenty of showers. Maybe they're offline because of I haven't been keeping up with it, but no, I mean, we've got staff for that, so who knows. But despite everything, we still made $92. I will reboot the game before making any further videos. And in fact, I'm going to come off and make them in a couple of days. But I'll make sure I do some more reboots. What I might start doing is when we get to the end of the first day in the video, is come off the game and come back on again. So this sort of thing doesn't happen. Because, yeah, it is quite annoying when that happens. But we will leave this one here. So if you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave it a like, consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.